Morning, folks. As you can see, the cows have been here just spreading trash, and we had a little bit of trash up there from last night where we came in, and everything's hollering at me. The cows, for whatever reason, we don't have our gates up yet. I've got one little section of fence that I've got to fix. I'm hoping to do it this weekend. We've been super busy with projects and off the homestead, and I just haven't got to it. We don't have the gates. We were going to just use some panels, but these cows, for whatever reason, they like to come in here. I don't know if they're bored or what, and they like to get into stuff. They killed our little pepper plant. It's a pain. I've got to get that done this weekend, but we have a lot going on, trying to make ends meet around here. I'm gonna go down to the pens and see what else they did. Thankfully, our potatoes and stuff are doing pretty good. They didn't get into those. Here's our potatoes. They're all coming up. We planted 6 in there. When they grow up, we'll add some more dirt. We got potatoes in here. Our tomato plants, they're not doing great. We have one over here that's pretty much dead. This one's doing pretty good. And then our peppers, our poblanos, I think they are, they're not growing very big. Miss Polly's flowers are doing pretty good. Her lavender just now started coming up. This one hasn't come up. Bird might have got it. The cucumbers are finally all blooming, and the beans are blooming. I've got to make or not blooming, but sprouting. I've got to position this table, make a trellis. I'm gonna put a box on top of this table for the beans, and lettuce is jumped up there. We got spinach here and lettuce here. And our poor pepper plant, well, I don't know if it'll make it or not. It had blooms on it, and for whatever reason, the cows decided they wanted to eat it. Here's evidence. You know, we're pretty much fenced except for one little section in the gates, and we hadn't had any cows in here at all. They just decided, we come home one night and they were all up in, basically around the trailer for whatever reason. I don't know if maybe the mountain lion is prowling them, maybe. I don't think it'd be coyotes. The big cows, they'll run them coyotes off, but there is a big cat around here. I've seen evidence of him, seen tracks of him, and he has killed, or she, probably most likely she, has killed 3 horses of a neighbor over here about 5-6 miles away. So they may be coming up in here because the big cats, particularly in this area, they're not gonna come around the dogs and just the human smell. So they may be coming up in here because of that, maybe. But they sure do get into everything. It's a mess when they all conjugate up in here, and they don't care what they walk on. And the calves, they get into everything. So the chicken coops look okay. They're not, they didn't get disturbed, but there is evidence the cows have been here. On a sadder note, we did lose, she hatched out 2. I'm not sure why she only hatches out a couple. I checked the eggs, some of them were rotten. Some of them did have chicks, but they were not far along enough to hatch. I mean, it would take a while. If I'd took them and put them in a incubator, they would have probably made it. But we lost those 2 chicks because I'm pretty sure a bull snake, I seen evidence of a big bull snake. I think he has stolen eggs before, and I think he got in there and he ate the chicks. So I seen evidence of them. You can see them when it's not wet. We had a rainstorm last night, but when they're crawling, they will leave a track on the ground. And I'm pretty sure that's what got the chicks, was probably a big bull snake. We've got some big ones around here. This is the kind of stupidity that these cows do. We got our feeders, we got our stuff up here, waters, our sprayers, and for whatever reason they think it's a good idea to come in here, tear it all out and crap all over it. I don't know why. If it's not behind a fence, if it's not in something, then they just destroy it. Cows are destructive. They try to get to Blaze's water, and old Blaze is looking mighty fine. He is looking really good. He's put on a bunch of weight, looking slick. He's still got a ways to go, but he's looking really, really good. He gets a little bit more weight on him. I'm probably going to turn him out down there with the other boys. But they try to get in here and the electric fence won't let them. You can see they've been all around here, just milling around, messing around, crapping on everything. I want to take and show you guys my HISEA boots. I haven't given you an update in a while. They are doing really good. Miss Polly uses hers quite a bit, her HISEA muck boots or mud boots, however you want to take and say it. And I got the work boots. These work boots have been really tough. I have been wearing them now for quite a while. The reinforced heels have come in real handy. I'm hard on boots. These HISEA boots, the link to them is in the description below. There is a promo code until June 30th. You can run over there and get a percentage off. But so far they've hung together. Most of the time the toes come loose, or in here comes loose. I don't ride in these because they have the lugs on them, and you can get hung up in a stirrup with them. These are cowboy boots that I did wear. These are a Roper brand, and I did get these on sale. They're not work boots, they are just a cowboy boot. But as you can see, they're busted out. This one in particular, no, it was this one in particular, the whole bottom, there's a arch support in here. It came out. Both of these are busted out in here, and they're just broke down. And the backs, right in here, they put like a plastic, you can see how bad they are. They put a plastic thing in here. That's the first thing that breaks up. This one still has most of it in there. This one's totally gone. I had to just take it out because it will rub my foot and cause a blister or cut it. And I think I gave 90, I can't remember what I gave for these. I did a video on them, but they're trash. I can't wear them. The arch support's gone. They're blowed outside. They fill up with sand. Just trashy boots. So for these HISEA boots to have lasted as long as they do, and listen guys, I don't promote stuff that don't work. If I find out it don't work, I'll just take and tell you straight up a good review on it. And so far I really like these boots. They're good support. They are stretched out a little bit, but walking in this sand out here, that tends to happen. And I wore these through the winter working in them. I've been working in them just about every day. They would go out and work on fences. You can see where barbed wires cut them. But overall, just a really good boot. As always, I've got to get everybody fed. We're working on a project for a lady. She's a real sweet lady. She's just fencing off her yard, where her yard's going to be. We're going to take you over there today, and I'm going to show you the galvanized corners that we've been using and how easy they are to use and how to put them together. I think they are a very affordable option for fencing, particularly barbed wire, 4-strand or 5-strand barbed wire. I think they're great for that, and they're pretty easy to get. I get mine at a fencing company. You can go to fencing companies, you can go to any big box store and you can get them. But I'm going to take you step by step through how we put it all together. And hopefully, you know, if you're doing some fencing out there, electric fencing, they work great for that. Maybe it'll take and help somebody out there. Alrighty, folks, we're out here. We're hard at work. We've already got 2 of these braces set up. Miss Polly is putting the caps on. I'll show you how it all goes together here in a minute, but this is just a 1 7/8 pipe. It's just chain link fence pipe. It's nothing special. If you're just doing 4-strand or 5-strand barbed wire, then this is more than enough brace. If you're doing like no climb or woven wire, you might want to go with a thick wall pipe. But we just put the caps on. This is an end rail cap for like a top rail, and we just put them on there with a self tapper. Miss Polly's going to put one on here. Oops. So it's super easy to put together. You don't have to have a lot of tools. Just a little impact, some self-tapping screws. And we put it's just a band. It's an end rail band for chain link fence. We use it, and when we're done, we'll put a self-tapper in here just to keep it from twisting, and it will hold a lot of pressure. As you can see, we got that one down there, and I am digging this one over here. The ground was really hard, so we've been putting water in the holes and soaking it. Our formula for knowing where to put the pipe, these are all 7-foot pipes. We measure 3 foot from the post out. That's where we start our trench, and dig to 5 feet. Then we measure up the post to 42 inches, and that gives us a 45-degree angle when we put our pipe in, or somewhere thereabouts. Sometimes it's a little off, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on the grade of the land. This makes a super easy corner, a super easy brace, and they're lightweight. They're not heavy. Just about anybody could pick these up. Even your kids could help you, and you could put together these corners. We got these posts in the ground right at about 34 inches, and they're in the ground in concrete. We got concrete around them. They won't go anywhere. They're solid. So really nice little setup, and we'll put one together and show you how it works. Okay, here's our 3 to 5, and it doesn't have to be as deep at 3 as it does at 5 feet out from the post. So we start at 3, and you can dig kind of at an angle, as long as the deeper part, it's about 2 foot, is out there at the 5 foot mark. And if you dig it right at the 5 foot mark, you'll have a 45-degree angle, and you can take a tri-square and throw it up there, and you'll be there. And if it's a 50, it's no big deal. This is the band. It just goes on there, and then we have a nut, and we just put the bolt and the nut through there, and just tighten it up. And we've got our post marked at 42 inches, so that's our height from the ground up. And that's the formula. that's the brace. We'll have another one going this way down to that post down there, and that'll be our corner. And we always install these posts kicked out, so it's not exactly plumb. So it's kicked out about 15 degrees this way, and it's kicked out of plumb 15 degrees this way, so that when you do tighten, if it wants to shift a little bit, it can. We'll fill this hole with concrete and get some concrete underneath it, and it'll keep it from taking and wanting to jack out of the ground. And 4 strands of barbed wire, you're not ever really going to have that much pressure on it anyway, where it won't take and hold it. Even for electric fences, any kind of fence you got out there, these will work. Like I said, with the woven wire, no climb, you're going to want something that's a little bit heavier duty, but this galvanized pipe is going to last for a lot of years. It's easy to repair. I really like these. These are really good lightweight fence post, and they hold a lot of pressure. We've been installing them now for about a year, and man, I just can't say enough about them. They're so light, they're so easy to take and install, and you don't have to have a lot of tools to get it done. There it is, folks. Cheap, easy to install. You could carry these in the back of your car for about any fence job. I mean, a half-ton pickup, carry a whole truckload of them. They don't weigh that much, and they are relatively inexpensive compared to a 4, 5, or 6 inch post. I see people put up 4 strands of barbed wire on a railroad tie. I mean, you got to have heavy equipment to lift those things. At least I do anymore. I'm not as strong as I used to be, and I can't do as many of them. These here, I can pack them around. You've seen some of our other videos. We packed them on our horses, packing them into places, and just a really super nice, affordable corner line brace, even a gate. I'll show you guys up here in a minute how we do our gates so that they're stout and you can swing up to a 16-foot gate on them. So really like these galvanized braces and corners. If you are going to build a fence and you want something that you can handle, it's not hard on the budget, this is a great option. Plenty tight there. yourself. So to tie on a smooth surface like a pipe, instead of just coming around, wrapping it around, you want it to take and bite down on the post. What I do, and this is a pretty simple tie, instead of tying a termination knot, this has always worked real good for me. I go around my wire, I come back around, and then I'll do a wrap right up against that, and this will pretty much stay there after I let the stretcher off of it, and it won't go anywhere. And I always put a little bit more pressure on my wire when I'm tying off than what it actually needs. I go a little bit beyond, and that way when it does come back, it's really tight and it really pulls this down. And one of the things that I do is I go out and then I kind of go back, and it makes a real mess for whoever's gonna undo it, if they ever undo it. I don't mean for it to ever come loose. That makes for a nice little end, and it's all nice and tidy. So this is the entryway into this place, and this is going to be a gate post. There's going to be a gate hanging on this post, and what we've done is we have measured right at ground level across, and that's 3'6" from that brace post over there to this brace post over here. And what that'll do is going to compensate for the weight of the swing when this gate opens up and comes back around here. It will keep that brace post or that gate post from wanting to sag and pull. It's going to have this whole fence here supporting it when it's straight. So it has this brace, that brace, the wire, all the T-posts on it. But when you swing a gate, if you don't have an opposing brace, these posts will tend to do this number. So we put an extra post on it at an angle about 3 foot. We did 3'6" here because it's going to match up well on our other side. But that's going to support that post when it swings around. If you're in this area, you're watching this and you want to put up this kind of fence, go check out Homeland Fence in Sholo, Arizona. Tell them Moses Woodson sent you, and they will hook you up and get you some really good material. They're awesome to work with, and just ask for Cecil and he'll hook you up. This is how we do our gates. We will put another one over here. We had to soak these holes because the ground is super dry and super hard up here. Just put a little bit of water to it. It digs a lot easier, don't it, Mama?
It does.
Really helps out, saves your back and saves you tools. That's pretty much it. They're really simple. They're really easy to use, and they're less expensive on your budget and your back. When you go to installing them. A lot easier to pack around, ain't it, babe, than a 5-inch post and having to lug it in there and dig holes for them. These here, you can, a 9-inch hole, 8-inch hole, it's all you need. And dig it down about 34 inches, stick your pipe in, you're good to go. Alrighty, I gotta get back to work, get this hole dug, and Miss Polly's dug about the majority of it while I'm standing here talking. She is a hard worker. You guys don't see her on camera a lot working, but she's a hard worker. When I pull the camera out, she goes and hides. So she is a hard worker and beautiful to boot. So I've got it all. Eat your heart out. I kind of like her. After 27 years together, we've been doing this for 27 years, so we've built a lot of fence. Alrighty, folks, we got this little section here on the front done. We have our gates installed, as you see here, and this is how we do the gates. It's just regular chain link hardware, gate hardware. We put self tappers in these bands right here to keep them from twisting. We put self tappers in the hardware, the gate hardware, and we put a self tapper in this adjustable hinge here so that the gate doesn't twist and get loose and cause all kinds of problems. So it's pretty much going to stay right there where it's at. Now, most gates are not 12 foot. These are 12. These are two 12-foot gates, but they're actually 11.9. It's shorter than the actual 12 foot. Like 2x4s are not actually 2x4s. They're 1.5 inches by 3.5. I guess it's their way of getting by with less material. Seen a lot of that here lately. But we've got these all concreted in, got them covered back up, and got all our hardware on there, and I think it looks really nice. Our reveal on our gates, we do have to play with them a little bit to get the reveal right, get the level right, particularly on a double gate, but I like it. Now we got the other 3 sides to do, which is pretty straightforward. We just got to drive the pole, stretch the wire, put in the stays, and we'll be done with this little project. I'm gonna take it in this video right here. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. I hope this little inexpensive corner is going to take and help somebody out there who's looking to build a fence. Like I said before, I really like them. They're affordable, they're lightweight, and they do a big job. So until next time, remember, if you don't know which way to go in this old world, commit your ways unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He'll bring it to pass. We'll see you later.